Welcome to this segment of Pigskin Preview. I am Mike Midkiff, along with the head coach of the East Texas Baptist University Tigers, Mark Sartain. Last Saturday, the Tigers had the open date in American Southwest Conference play. Coach Sartain, what does a college football team do on an open date? Do you give them the day off, I guess?
Well, of course, we give them the game day off. Of course, we cannot just completely shut things down. It's just not a productive thing to do. And of course, this has been a dilemma for coaches for ages. What do you do? How do you handle the open week? Is it good for you to recover? Is it bad for momentum? And so we've taken the approach that we'll give them Monday and Friday off, and we're going to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on a limited basis, getting a head start on preparation for the opponent for the upcoming week. We use it here as an opportunity for our gold team, our junior varsity young men, to have practices on their own where they're not having to service our varsity with attack teams, so they can get some good individual time in there with coaches and also some team time on their own. But we take the front and the back of the week off and try not to rest too long, try not to go too long between practices so that we don't sort of get sore all over again, get stiff all over again when we begin preparation the following week.
You mentioned your junior varsity team here at ETBU. Let's talk about that for a moment. You know, you have over 100 players on your roster, and the junior varsity program is very important to the football program.
Sure, we actually call them our gold team because that's how valuable they are to us. You know, it's in those early years and early seasons of their career that they develop as they become the players that they're going to become, and they learn how to win together. And they really understand what it is about to play college football, and if they really have what it takes to do that, then we've been very pleased. We've had 9-game seasons these last 2 years for our gold squad, and they've played 8 already this year. Got 1 more to go, and we're excited about the future for those young men. They do spend the majority of their week, battling around trying to give us the look for our next opponent, but we try to give them some time of their own and prepare them to compete on Monday nights with many opponents in our conference.
Listen to Pigskin Preview, visiting with Mark Sartain, the head coach of the ETBU Tigers. Of course, last Saturday, the open date for the Tigers. Last time you played was against Mary Hardin-Baylor, a nationally ranked team, which you lost in overtime 34-28. But I know it's a loss, but still there were some good things that happened in that ball game for your ball club.
Well, yeah, a loss is a loss, and there's really no other way to cut it, slice it, or describe it. It still leaves the same taste in your mouth. But having played at the level that we played last Saturday was definitely gave us some positive things to build upon, and we feel like we established a new level, a new standard of preparation and performance as we came out of that game. In my opinion, it's probably one of the, if not the best football that's been played in an ETBU uniform in at least 7 years. And, if we can uphold that standard and going into each opponent and each week and then put that kind of performance on the field, we're going to be pleased, and we will have taken a step forward, certainly.
2 games left on the schedule for the Tigers. Tomorrow on ESPN 1450 AM, the Tigers in Brownwood take on Howard Payne. Howard Payne is 2-7 on the year, 1-5 in conference play. ETBU 3-5 and 2-4 in conference play. Howard Payne lost to Mary Hardin-Baylor 45-3 last Saturday. As you prepare for Howard Payne, what do you expect them to do? Are they another passing team like so many in the conference are, or are they more of a running team?
Well, I mean, they're a spread offense, and with their quarterback, Zach Hubbard, he's had some big numbers over the last couple of years, and they're going to they're going to want to throw the ball down the field. They'll try to run the football against us, we believe, but they're going to make their living and score their points in the air for the most part. But we feel like that we're very similar opponents, 2 teams whose record really doesn't indicate the type of team that they have or the level that they've been playing at.
Speaking of Howard Payne tomorrow, since the team is not in the conference championship, as a coach, do you try to get more of your players in these next 2 games, give them time to get ready for next year? What is your philosophy on that?
Well, our philosophy on that is to win as many games as we have an opportunity to win. And if you coach for next year, you'll probably be doing it somewhere else. So we don't hassle with that. We don't need. That's not a thought anywhere in our way of thinking or formulating going into a week. we want to be successful. We want to win football games, and we're going to put the young men on the field, first of all, who deserve to be there, and then second of all, who can put us in the best position to be successful.
Keys for a Tiger victory tomorrow against Howard Payne.
Well, we need to play at the level of intensity and with the tempo that we established on several occasions this year. We played that tempo against La Crosse. We played with that tempo against McMurray, and for a half against Hardin Simmons, and we put it on the field last week or 2 weeks ago for 4 quarters and 5 minutes. And we need to get back to that level of intensity and tempo, and just play tenaciously like this. The next play is our last.
Coach Sartain, best to the Tigers tomorrow against Howard Payne.
Thanks, Mike.
You've been listening to Pigskin Preview, our segment with the ETBU head coach, Mark Sartain. Reporting for Pigskin Preview, I'm Mike Midkiff.